Other booksellers I know have made that mistake, and they just fester in some garage somewhere and never get used.
A staple for lovers of the written word in Winnipeg, Nerman's Books and Collectibles is closing its doors. And while loyal customers mourn the loss, its owner says it's clearing out its inventory to make sure that these pages can keep on turning. The price, absolutely free.
Well, everyone has to retire sometime.
The thousands of remaining books at the South Osborne bookstore are what's remaining of an inventory of more than 130,000. Owner Gary Nerman says thousands have already sold for $1 each, and thousands more have been given to charity. On Tuesday, they were selling boxes of books for $5. By the end of the week, they'll be free. The longtime bookseller says it's important to make sure the books keep being read.
130,000 books that we had was a lot, and it took half a lifetime to accumulate them. And like I said, I've talked to a couple of booksellers that have retired, and to a person, every one of them put their books in a garage or storage. They either got moldy or they ended up, one guy I know had 30,000 books, he sold them for $1,000. To me, I think it's better if they just get out there.
In December, Nerman decided to retire. He says they experienced a boost in book sales during the pandemic, but since, business has slowed. And although the shop's story is ending, it was a long one. Starting as a mail-order business selling children's books out of a basement in the late 80s before changing locations a few times and eventually landing at its current location in 2005. Nerman says hundreds of people have been coming in to offer goodbyes, saying with rents rising tremendously over the last 2 decades, it's getting tougher for the brick-and-mortar used bookstore to survive.
So there will always be used books available, but unfortunately, browsing for used books might be a thing of the past.
Oh man, it does feel sort of like the end of an era.
Among the empty shelves and boxes Tuesday was avid reader Rachel Rempel. She worries about what might be missed when these types of stores disappear.
I do love reading, and with Kindles and all these different electronic modes of reading being more popular, I feel like there's a lot of classic reading, classic literature, just stuff that won't be updated into those modern libraries, and then you just lose so much culture and so much past and history.
She says the fact that books will be made available for free is wonderful.
I think it shows the spirit of what Mr. Nerman was trying to do here, and it shows that there are just so many good people in the city who care about these kinds of things.
Nerman says the used book community in Winnipeg is still a strong one, and there are still places for bookworms to find their next favorite read. In Winnipeg, Morgan Majeski, City News.